Yeah, how's it going? You been enjoying your Luca? Nice. Did you just get on, or were you able to get through a bunch of the quests? Because yeah, there's the 2.0 quest line and 2.1, which is interesting. Both of them are pretty good. I really like the whole vibe of Penacony as a whole. Ooh, getting close. Just one more to go. Let's revolve. I mean, I don't know. It's not that hard to get the constellations for them. Oh yeah, I can't look. I forget what her E6 was. That's unfortunate. I also got Young King too. I think when I was pulling for Acheron, so I was able to avoid him the entire time. Oh, on standard, I lost by 50-50 and got a Yen King, getting Acheron. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! I had avoided him for so long. Although actually, I had been, I guess, relatively lucky, and I didn't really lose my 50-50s that frequently. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I pulled an Adventurine as well. I actually got really lucky for him. I got so after Acheron, like pretty much once I get the character, I stop. Unless I wait beyond extra banners. So like if a banner or two passes, I see a 4-star I might pull a little there. But for back to back, usually I stop. But I got Adventurine 20 pulls in. So after Acheron, two 10 bills later, boom, got an adventurine. So that was really lucky. Yeah, so I've been slowly, well, not really slowly building, but I had some stuff already kind of built. Like I had some materials, but yeah, like I've been doing a lot of last minute preparations to get adventuring ready. He's actually at the point where I could probably use him. I got his oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely having a good preservation character or a healer, one or the other. Really, really helps a new player. Like I got Fushuan ages ago, so that was like really, really helpful. Because Fushuan is really, I mean, just any good preservation. Like if you had a Japard would be helpful, but Aventurine seems really useful. Eventually, if you can get more characters with follow-up attacks, that will be helpful too. Actually, you have Ratio, so that's helpful. Because Aventurine gets a little buff, a slight buff, where he accumulates more, I think more blind bets if you do follow-up attacks, which is, what Dr. Ratio does. Most of Dr. Ratio's damage comes from follow-up attacks. So that's a good pairing with him. Obviously, if you have Topaz, that's another good thing, because literally everything she does is follow-up attack. Well, I guess technically her burst isn't. It's a buff to Numbi, which is her follow-up attack generator. But her, Topaz's basic attack and skill are both considered follow-up attacks. So having a good follow-up attack crowd. So obviously it works well with Herta as well, because Herta does follow-up attacks fairly regularly. But yeah, he seems pretty cool. You just got to get his defense up to 4,000, which I've been doing my relics, and it's actually not that hard. I have Aventurine with a crit damage body and an imaginary orb, and I'm still even without my relics not fully leveled. I mean, they're all plus 12, but he's at 3,900 defense. So just having two pieces, just having the defense boots and defense robe can easily get him to plus 15, can easily get him to 4,000 defense, which is kind of where you're aiming for, because he has a talent that if you get his defense up to 4,000, he gets a 48% crit rate boost. So essentially, if you get 4,000 defense, you essentially have 50 plus crit rate, 50% plus crit rate, which is great, because that means with the follow-up relic set, the Salcedo, you need to have 50% crit rate to get the 15 or 20% follow-up attack bonus, which is super easy because Aventurine just naturally does it, because you start out with 5%. So if you have 4K defense, you'll naturally get, with no other bonuses whatsoever, 53% crit rate. But Salcedo also gives you 8% crit rate as the two-piece, as the base bonus. So you get a 60% crit rate as long as you can get Aventurine up to 4K defense, which is great. You don't have to worry about getting you don't have to worry about crit rate rolling, which means you can give him a crit damage body. All that. So it's kind of cool. So I mean, he's kind of like Fushuan. Well, I guess he's a little more picky than Fushuan, because Fushuan is even less. Since she doesn't have any DPS whatsoever, all you need to do is build defense and defense and HP, and that's it. She's HP scaling, so you want to focus more on HP than defense. But so Fushuan's even easier because you're not even focusing on her damage whatsoever, which obviously makes it much easier overall. But the fact is, Aventurine gives you that protection, and you want to scale with something that's... And he actually also scales with damage, which is always nice. It's like for Fushuan, not only do you need her to be, so since she's easier to build because you don't need like attack stats because you're not going to scale her with attack whatsoever because she's not doing attack. That also means that you have to like really have your other characters built well because they have to do all your damage. Whereas Aventurine, because of his passives and how he scales various things, I mean everything's defense scaling. So if you get 4K defense, you're still going to do pretty decent damage for all his other shit because that's what's being checked. And then the fact that you're automatically boosting your crit rate with that defense, and with a crit damage body, you'll naturally just do some pretty decent damage. Oops, that's not it. Wrong one. So definitely will help. And there are a lot of because of Luocha, there's a lot of enemies, especially early on, that have imaginary weaknesses. So that'll be helpful. I mean, you have like Fantilia, you have the that spear using Lao Fu dude who summons allies, who's weak to imaginary. So it's like, I think there's a few Void Walker type. I forget what were they called again? The like Destruction Legion type, who are also weak to imaginary. So having an imaginary preservation is going to be helpful. Basically, any time that Luocha was useful, Aventurine will also be useful. And they both kind of satisfy the same roles. Like you could say you'd either need a strong preservation or a strong healer. You don't really need both. So that's the cool thing. Anything that would have been good for Luocha, you could substitute Aventurine in. So that's helpful. And then of course, because Aventurine's came out, we can expect to see new enemies with more imaginary weaknesses try to subtly push people to pull for him. But yeah, so I would recommend getting his defense up. And, although because he's because he scales so well off his defense, you kind of want to build all his talents and shit. So you want to build his talents, you want to build his skill. Talent and skill are the most important. Basic attack will be kind of important. It's talent first, skill next, then ultimate, then basic attack. Because he's pretty skill point positive, so you're going to use his basic attack a lot. But you also want to make sure you do his ultimate, because his ultimate does boost crit damage of everyone who's attacking a specific target. He'll mark a specific target with sensory something or other, and if you target that enemy, you get a bonus like 10% crit damage. So it's not a crazy amount, but it's still it is still also increased by your ultimate level. So you want to make sure you build your ultimate. And of course, his talent. You want to increase his talent because especially his talent is what gives a shield to your allies when he does his follow-up attack. So you want to make sure that's built up because it's not really high bonus, but it's a stackable one. So it's like you want to build that up super high. You also want to build the skill up super high so you can do an emergency shield and have it be a thick shield. So yeah, so it kind of sucks because you kind of want to build, because he scales so well with defense and does decent shielding and damage and buffing, you want to build everything. You want to build all talents, which obviously for a new player sucks because that's a lot to farm. Like you need, if you want to like max everything, and I'm assuming, I'm assuming if you get his light cone as well, but really any 5-star light cone uses the same number of materials. But if you wanted to max his light cone and all his talents, it requires 155 or 153, something like that, 150-ish purple book, 150th purple books, 90-ish blue books, and like 60 or no, like 30 or so green books, or yeah, 30 green talent mats, 90 blue talent mats, and 155 purple talent mats, which is a lot. It takes a buckload of time to farm that. Like I usually try to if I can farm it, I usually try to pre-farm it, and it takes like using the resin I naturally accumulate. It takes like a week or two to maybe a week of just purely farming talent mats to get that much. So it's not an insignificant amount of resin and time. So it'll take a while. Basically, since I've gotten Adventurine, that's what I've been doing. I've been farming mostly his talent mats. So I got him to level 80, got his light cone to level 80, and now it's just getting his talents up. And I have his talents all at 777, but I don't have, and I got all his his free passives, his 3 main passives, but I haven't gotten the 3 top little mini buffs, so I haven't gotten the effect resistance, defense, and imaginary bonus at the very top of his traces things. I haven't gotten those buffs yet because they require purple materials. I was trying to do all the talents and shit that use green and blue. So I got all that. So now he's at 777. But yeah, getting him to 10-10-10 on everything will be a while. Okay. That was nice chatting. Have fun. Have fun with your Aventurine. Have fun in Penacony. Really? She waits till right after I teleport away? That's so stupid. I bet the reason why is because the way I teleport is it was slowly moving my character model across the map. Because obviously I was way too far south to trigger this, but I think because I was teleporting from here to here, it was moving my character. It was essentially moving my character's position across the map. So it wasn't just setting my position. It wasn't saying, "Oh, okay, your position is here now." I think it was actually moving my thing across the map. And because my during mid teleport position was being moved across this area, it triggered this event. I think that's the only explanation for why it would trigger only after I teleport. Because it means I had to have been close to this place.
これで間に合いますね。見切りました。捕まえた。はっ。せい。いとよ。工作せい。や。よくも私を怒らせたわ。絹のような弱さね。裁きの雷たもとかかれたほっふっとほっ任せてください。メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。やっやっええはっうんうんはっやっ見切りました。そこいやファッションは私が定義する。捕まえた。どの目が出るか逃げ道はありません。稲光すなわち永遠なり。ストップ 手伝って。いや、
やっ
ご注文は何にいたしますか？本日のおすすめはタンドリーチキンになります。
少し待っていてくれ。前にオルモス港で仕事の話が、あいつはいいやつだぞ。面白いやつがこれこそいい気分。オーダーを頼めるタンドリーチキンと。
かしこまりました。
この辺りにしよう。食事を楽しみながら見るとしよう。俺の記憶が正しければこの後のストーリーは王子サイドの話になる。内容はもちろん言わないでおこう。しっかり楽しんでくれよ。ああ、この物語はある。人は自分の出自を選べない。だが出自は逆に人の選択を制限する。
I mean, I don't 100% agree with that, but it definitely is true to some degree. Like, yes, like the circumstances of your birth definitely affect your future, but like, really, they define the choices for the rest of your life. Like, no. I think it definitely obviously it definitely affects your early life because it's like, yeah, as a child you can't do shit. So obviously, the circumstances of your birth will definitely affect how you grow up, and it is true that yeah, these are your formative years. So how you grow up will definitely affect the rest of your life. But I mean, I guess maybe it still defines the choices, even if you choose to rise above it every single time. your choices are still defined based on that initial upbringing. Perhaps it definitely. I mean, it'll definitely leave a shadow over your life if you lived a shitty life. So I guess as a general rule of thumb, yes, he is 100% correct. But obviously there are exceptions because there are exceptions to everything, and I think it's really just for the rest of your life aspect of it that I'm just like, no, like there's a certain point where you can kind of like break the chain and escape the circumstances of your birth. There are definitely defining moments where you can just completely escape from that, and the circumstances of your birth will no longer affect you from that point onwards. But like those are few and far between. It requires a very sturdy will. I mean, it might even, So I can see that Kaeya is talking about generalities here. So he is right in that sense, I guess, despite how nihilistic it is at some level.
お待たせしました。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
先に払おう。
はい。
お前のサービスに対するチップだと思ってく。
ありがとうございます。
さあ、いただく。
ガイアさん、それにご友人、すまないな。王子役のやつが来れそうにないんだ。あいつがいないと劇を始められない。悪いが。
面白い。ただ万が一しくじった場合、
そんなのあるわけないさ。もともとあまり誰も見。
なに。こうした。
Oh, is that it? Is Kaeya from here? Is Kaeya are Kaeya's birth parents from Sumeru? And then he just ended up washing ashore in Mondstadt?
そうだな。確かにガイアさんなら物語をもう知ってるはずだし、セリフを覚えるだけです。いや、待った。クバット役は衣装に着替える必要があるが、ガイアさんの体型とはあまりにサイズが合わないな。普段着てる服と舞台の衣装だ。
Oh, I see. So Kaeya did get an outfit. He did get a skin. Actually, I have my Kaeya is currently wearing that skin. They must have released this Hangout event as part in the same patch that skin came out. It's the very same thing like Ningguang. Ningguang's Hangout event also had her changing into that dress. So that explains, because obviously it was the Kaeya's skin had a very Sumerian design, but like so did Lisa's, and Lisa's didn't. I mean, Lisa kind of made sense because she did study in Sumeru, so it's like okay, her having an outfit from there made sense. And I didn't even think about Kaeya. I'm like, oh, well, Lisa got a Sumeru outfit. Kaeya getting a Sumeru outfit is not crazy either. But it seems like they have a reason. They're like, no. The reason why Kaeya has this is because he performed in this play and he got the outfit here. Which is interesting.
本当か？
ああ。それじゃあ着替える場所を借りるぜ。
おお、奥にある。ついてきてくれ。
Yeah, this is the exact outfit that you get for free. It looks pretty cool. That's why I changed Kaeya out for this. I never even thought about the reason why he had this outfit. I just assumed they were like, hey, fuck it, we gave Lisa a Sumeru outfit, let's give Kaeya one too. But it is cool that they actually tie it into the story. It does actually make me remember Ningguang's event, because yeah, like we got Ningguang's skin at the same time we had our Hangout event, and in her Hangout event, she changed into it mid-thing. Mid-event. Or you had a choice. I think you could have chosen maybe not to have her change into it. I think it was pretty early on in the event, so maybe every single ending had her in it. But either way, it is kind of cool. It would be really awesome if every single Hangout event had a costume change for every single character. So, like, each Hangout event introduced a new costume. I'd like if they did that, but the problem with it is that rather than having more costumes, like what Genshin would probably do, what MiHoYo would probably do, was rather than have it, because like right now we get Hangout events every now and then, We get like a few a year. What would probably end up happening is if they tried to tie a new skin for every 4-star character introduced in the Hangout event, wouldn't increase the number of skins we get per year. It would just decrease the number of Hangouts events we get per year because we only get skins every 6 months. So around the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year in January, February, we get a pair of skins. We get a 5-star character skin and a 4-star character skin. Although this time we got 2 5-star character skins, which is cool. Ganyu and Shenna. And then we also get a pair of skins in summer. So it's always been summer. So we'll be interesting to see what we're going to get this time. It'd be really interesting to see if we get 3 skins again. Like, are they going to start doing? Are they ramping up skin production? Right? Because they keep introducing new characters, but only having 1 4-star character skin and 1 5-star character skin is pretty limiting because they create far more 5-star characters than they do 4-star characters every year, I think. So it could be that from now on, we're going to get 6 a year instead of 4. 2 5-star character skins and 1 4-star character skin. 1 4-star character skin for free as part of the event for that patch. And then 2 5-star you can buy, which obviously sucks for free-to-play people who really, really, really want skins because you have to spend money on it. But I still would like them to do it anyway because, like, I don't need all skins, but it would be nice if there were options, right? Because, like, Ayaka's a good example. I really like Ayaka's voice actress in Japanese because it's the same one as Miyuki from Mahoko no Koku no Retose. Or actually, no, Maho Koku no Retose. She was the same voice actress as Miyuki, which I really like that story. And Miyuki's the main character, one of the main leads, the heroine of the story. So I really liked her voice. I just didn't like her design. Like I didn't like the armor around her. I didn't like the little kabuto helm as her ponytail tie. I didn't like the little hair ties on her bangs. They look kind of dumb. Like it just looked a little silly, a little too samurai-y for a girl. It just ruined the design for me. Obviously, people can like it, whatever. Like, just for me, I was like, I'm not really a fan. Coupled with the fact that her dodge dash is her, underground. And I had Mona for a while, and Mona was kind of tough to work around. So and this was before the changes happened, right? Before they changed her dodge and dash, they changed it to make it a little smoother. It was a little more clunky back in the day. And so with Mona's clunky dash, I'm like, I don't want to do that with Ayaka. But then Ayaka got the Fontaine costume. And I'm like, wow, that looks really pretty. I really like that. So I got the skin. I got the skin even before I had Ayaka. And just the next time Ayaka came on banner, I got her. Because I really like the skin. So it's like, yeah, I would like if they introduced more 5-star skins. I mean, I have a lot of characters, but it would be nice just to have options to be like, oh, you know what? I like this skin a little better than a default skin. Or not, obviously it's not always going to be a hit. Like, if you prefer Ayaka's samurai style outfit versus a Fontainian style, then yeah, you're not going to buy that Ayaka skin and just leave her in her normal skin. So it's like, but having that option, I like.
おっと嫌われちまったか。なら後で立派な芝居を見せてお前を驚かせてやらないとな。
ガヤさん、これが台本だ。
どれどれ。
セリフと立ち位置はだいたい。
よし。
おう。じゃあ。
Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Did my little workout. I think I probably talked a little too much while walking, which made me a little more exhausted than normal. But still, I did do my walk for 45 minutes, so it's pretty good. It's a decent enough little keep myself active. So I will continue this more tomorrow. So pick up my free shit. So thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.